What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Abhishek Karwa, and today we have a special episode that we're gonna shoot. So it's called Dalgona with Karwa, and we have got a very special guest with us tonight. Please welcome Mobo. What's up?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good, great. So, Mobo, she's got a lot of names, that follow. So her real name is
My real name is Mosmi.
Mosmi De,
Yeah.
and her nickname, which her in-laws call her Mobo. Mosmi is a Bengali name,
Yeah.
and
So the short form.
short form is Mo, and so since she's got married now, so it's called Mobo, and also she's called Innocently Short,
Yes.
which is her Instagram handle. So make sure you follow her on Instagram, which is Innocently Short.
Short, yes.
Yeah. And so now you're also called Mosmi Abhishek Karwa.
Yes.
So I figured out 4 names that she's quite popular with. And thank you for coming here for our show. And you're the first guest. So we're really privileged and honored to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
So yeah, coming back to the concept of the show. So we've seen a lot of talk shows where people are sipping coffee, and I always thought that, do they really sip coffee? Do you think so?
Yeah. Why not?
Do you think that the cups or the mugs that they have coffee in them, or not water, or maybe not juice, or not alcohol?
I think they do have coffee.
You sure?
Yeah, sipping in breaks.
No, but I mean, I've seen them interviewing, and the show is going on, and in between they're sipping this beverage. So I was always intrigued this question, that is it really coffee? So which is why I came up with this concept, Dalgona with Karwa, because first of all, this thing has to be transparent. Only then it makes sense of Dalgona, and you can see what you're drinking. And also, Dalgona is the new thing right now over the internet. Everybody is going crazy with Dalgona, and everybody's waiting for 20 minutes. So yeah, it took some time, but then yes, I think I've done a good job. So
Yeah, it looks delicious. I hope it tastes good as well.
yeah, let's see that. So this is my 3rd time making Dalgona. So the first 2 times I made Dalgona was good. I really loved it. But the only problem is that I'm off caffeine. So it's been 2-3 months now, and every time I drink anything which is caffeine, which contains caffeine, so I really cannot sleep in the night. So tonight is going to be that night again that I'm pretty sure that I won't be able to get some sleep. So anyway, but it's going to be worth it. So yes, so do you want to mix this thing up?
Yes.
I can get you some spoons, and we'll mix this thing up, and then we'll continue. So this is cold milk, by the way. So the first time I tried Dalgona was with the hot milk.
Okay.
So, and it tasted good, not bad. But then, since the weather is hot right now, and drinking cold coffee is a thing in hot weather, so I figured out that drinking Dalgona with cold coffee, cold water, milk is gonna be much delicious. So yeah, so Dalgona with cold milk.
So is it supposed to stay like this?
No, you can just mix it up. You can take it up and down, and mix up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go round and round. Go up and down with that. So
Up and down, round
up
and
and down. Yeah. Do you want anything to munch with it? Because other talk shows, they don't give anything to munch. Do you want cookies or something? Are you fine?
I'm okay with rusk.
So alright, guys, we are back, and we're back with the rusk. Mobo wanted rusk, and so this is, first of all, you have to know that this is a very comfortable talk show. You can get really comfortable. You can drink whatever you want to, and then you can be transparent about it, that what you're drinking, and also you can eat whatever you want to. So I know she loves rusk with whatever, coffee or milk, So that's a daily thing. So yes, we have Rusk for you. So please help yourself. So to start with, first of all, I want to ask you that how are you dealing with quarantine?
It's tough, but it's also fun at the same time because I'm getting a lot of time in the house with him, of course. So I get to trouble him a lot.
Yeah.
And I wake up whenever I want to. I mean, of course, before the shift as I have work. But then, yeah, it's kind of chillaxed. I don't really have to go anywhere, get ready or anything. Sit in my boxers. Sit wherever I want to. So yeah, it's fun.
So for a fun fact, so I mean, nobody was used to this quarantine life, and eventually it's been over a month now that we have been living this life, and I'm pretty sure like how we're looking at things, it's going to be the same for quite some time.
Yes.
So people would get used to the quarantine life, and then how do you think that for you as an individual, if you have to go to work, so how would that feel? Like, would you be happy about it, or would you be not happy about it?
I think the first 2-3 days are going to be fun, but after that, I think I'm going to start sulking again.
So imagine that if you're going back to work, and you guys, like, I know that you have to wear formals when you have to go to work.
Yeah.
So instead of that, if they start allowing people to come back in their boxers, so
how I wish.
Wouldn't that be super cool?
It would, but I'm sure I know that that's not going to happen.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's a tough time, but then like we have to make the most of it, and so that's the plan. So I wanted to ask you that how do you manage so many roles? So I know that you are an IT professional to begin with, and the next thing is that you have recently started your YouTube channel. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
So you have been doing a lot of makeup videos, makeup tutorials. Yes, so that's amazing, and a lot of people have already been flooding with very nice comments, and like everybody is supporting you. And apart from that, you have been, like, for a year or more, you have been managing this artist called DJ Karwa. So you take care of all this work. So how do you manage and like do all these things together? Because I know that one job is very, like, it's too much for a person going to office for 9 hours, and it's like too much for someone. So many things that you're doing. I mean, so many things on your plate. How do you manage that?
It's kind of tough sometimes, but it's also that he has been very supportive, and whenever I get stuck, he helps me out, figure out a way. So it's just that I have a schedule, or I would say that I'm a very organized person, to be honest. I like organizing everything.
She is the most organized person I've ever met after Monica. So Monica from Friends was the most organized person, but after Monica, Moshmi is the second most organized person that I know of. So yeah, and one thing I really appreciate and love about her is that she's very punctual about things. If she has been given an assigned task, and if that task can be done in 1 hour or 2 hours, so for me, I know that that this task needs to be done and needs to be delivered to a certain client maybe in the evening, and I have already received this task in the morning. So I will wait till evening to sort it out.
I hate it.
And I won't be late, but yes, I would just do it in the last moment and give it to the client. But on the other hand, Moshmi will jump on to that task right there in the morning, and she'll just finish it off, and
that is how you can chill the rest of the day. Why would you want to I have to complete this, I have to complete
so
this,
my concept is that I chill before, and I know that the task needs to be done. Hey, let's do it, and then I finish it off. So by the way, you can start with your Rusk. I really love these two. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Dalgona.
Yeah.
So this is a nice cool drink. I just told my mom as well today about, introduced her to Dalgona. I just explained her, and then she was like, oh, okay, that's a thing.
It's really nice. How's the rusk taste?
Rusk and Dalgona
Yeah,
is too good. You guys also need to try this, Rusk and Dalgona, and if you ever get to feature on my show, if you will love this. So I want to ask you the next thing. So how is it had, like you mentioned that of course I have been supporting and you have support from various other people and good wishes. So how has IT shaped up in your life? Like how have you so I know that it's a never ending process. So a lot of IT professionals, I really I salute you guys, because you have to, like, since I am very close with Moshmi, so I know that you have to be always learning new things, because every year or every time something or the other is updating and you have to keep updating yourselves. So I know that she does courses, like 2-3 courses in a year, and she gets herself updated. So how is that, like how are you dealing with all of that, learning or studying maybe? Because it's very difficult for someone at this age, like I know that you're not old, but then after school or college, if you have to study again, so it's too difficult. So
yeah, I totally hate it, but it's the need of the hour.
Okay.
So we really have to do it, and if you know things, that is how, and if you put in hard work, that is how you're going to earn money. So it all comes down to that. So yes, I have to.
I like the concept. Straight, simple. You have to do it for the money. So,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. So 1 year or more, I think it's been 1.5 years that you have been managing me as an artist. So how has that journey been?
It was really tough in the beginning because I was new to this world. I did not understand your industry and I didn't know how it really worked and all of that. But once I started, connecting with people, growing my contacts and talking to them, initially I made a lot of mistakes, what I feel, but then I learned from them. And after that, since I have made a few connections and I know what to say, how to say, and I know your strong points. It is very important for a person to know his artist or her artist's strong points.
And
so
I also believe that a manager needs to also know the strong points of other artists as well.
Yes,
So,
because if there is a cross question or a point where somebody says that person is better, or if there is a comparison, I need to know where I could defend or appreciate my artist.
exactly.
So yes, that has been a learning curve as well for me. I have learned a lot of things over there, but yeah, I have coped up with it. I feel I'm a quick learner.
Yeah, she is. So a lot of you who are not from our industry, so I'll tell you that there's a common misconception. So what usually happens is that there are a lot of artists and they have the artist managers. So most of the artist managers who call themselves managers, they would just help those artists to get shows or get themselves booked. So those are in other way you can put it across as they are the booking agents. But the manager is someone who is also helping you get shows, who does the job of a booking agent and also helps you grow as an artist. Like would tell you that what are the things that you need to do all throughout the year that will take you to a next level the next year. So I think you have done a very a fair job last 1 year, because you are not from the industry and still you have cracked the code. Nailing it. So I hope that I really wanted that 2020 to be a blast of a year, but then so far the year has not begun well, and the first few months have been bad, and it's bad for everyone and for every industry. So it's not something that we could do about it. So the only thing we can do is stay home and chill. So and how about the makeup thing? So you have started with a YouTube channel. So I'm sure that everybody knows that there's a lot of prospect in YouTube, and everybody in India realizes that. So how has that journey been for you?
So, like everybody else, I felt that it's a very crowded place to begin with, because there are a lot of YouTubers, a lot of full-time YouTubers. But then I believe that if you believe in yourself and you feel that you could do something different, maybe a minute thing, maybe you're still learning, but you want to put it out and learn, you can do it. Like, I think anybody and everybody has the potential to go ahead and start. The main thing is consistency. So I'm trying to keep up with it because it's an additional task in my day-to-day life. But then until now it's been good. I'm learning new things. I'm also trying to implement new things. I hope it goes good. I'm hoping to keep up to it.
So coming back to something which you mentioned, so I would like to tell you guys that for people who do not have a full-time job, because if you're going to job, your life is in a way sorted. I mean, I know that it has its own hardships, but then it's a way sorted, because if you know that if you have been assigned a particular job for the day, you ought to finish it, or maybe you finish it the next day, if not the same day, or maybe that's your monthly goal, so you finish that in a month's time. But then when you do not have a job and when you are the boss yourself, so it's very difficult for you to do things at the right time and in the right manner. So the only thing that is going to save that person and that person to be on the top is being consistent. So consistency is the key. I mean, if it's YouTube or if it's DJing or if it's modeling or photography, consistency is the foremost thing.
You have to keep learning.
I mean, you have to be talented and skillful, but you have to be consistent. Even if you're not giving like too much of talented work out there, like putting it up, even if you're just amateur, but if you're consistent, you'll go a long way.
Yeah. Because that is how you're going to learn. At the beginning, people might say that you're wrong here, you're wrong there, or people might comment on your videos saying that they're not good. You might have a lot of criticism, but I would say that people should take it positively and work towards it. If somebody is saying that maybe not everybody is learned, like about, for example, if you put out a video of DJing, maybe somebody comments and that person does not really know anything about DJing, but then it might still make sense if he says something.
Of course.
And you can think, like, you will be the best judge to see if that point is valid, if you should work on it or not work on it, and then...
Yes, of course, because see, I mean, when you mentioned that, okay, in a layman's language, but then layman's language also has a lot of questions, doubts, suggestions that one can, implement in one's career. And so because I have a lot of friends or maybe just well-wishers on any social media platform, Instagram or Facebook, would just put up a suggestion that, hey man, why don't you try doing this in your shows, or so some suggestions are really cool, and I have implemented few of them, and it works like a gem. So it works. So now I want to ask you like something which is personal but not too personal.
Okay.
So on a rate of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest. So first of all, okay, let's get back to a scenario first. That I want to really congratulate you. You got married 4 months ago.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? First of all, tell me.
It is...
Okay, so question. So on a rate of 1 to 10, that's how you have to answer this question. So 10 being the highest. 10 being the highest, 10 being the best. So, okay, 10 is the highest, 10 is the best. Okay. So 1 is the lowest. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that married life? Like, how does it feel? Like 1 to 10.
See,
No, how much would you rate it first?
it's kind of 8ish.
Okay.
Nothing much has changed because at my mom's place, I used to not really work. I don't do that even now. So Abhishek here takes care of everything, almost everything. He cooks for me. I am terrible at cooking. I hate cooking. So he takes care of all of that. So
I hated cooking, not hate anymore, but I hated cooking as well. But then I knew that someone has to do it. Because prior to this, like before
I always escape because saying that I have work, I have to go to work, I don't really have time, I do so many things.
Yeah.
So
because prior to this, I used to live with my flatmates, and then as guys, we always have a cook who would just come in and we tell you, okay, aaj ye bana do, and it's all done. So with us living together now, so I always had this idea that okay, two of us would live together, and who's going to cook because she has to go to work, and I'm the one who will stay home making music. So at the same time, while I'm cooking some music, why not cook some food? So I just took some advice from mom and through some friends and YouTube. So yeah, I know a little bit of cooking now.
Yeah,
so.
he's amazing. Makes amazing things at home, and I love it. So it's not the everyday dal, rice, and all of that. He makes different things for me. So yeah, that's really nice. And at my mom's place, of course, mom used to do all that for me. So he wakes up before me.
So right now my schedule, like during quarantine, is what time do I wake up?
5 in the morning.
So I wake up at 5 in the morning. So
and I sleep at that time.
And
even without I'm not doing night shifts or anything like that, but still I sleep at 5 and get up like at 11, 12 whenever I want to.
So I have a childhood friend who calls me almost every day. So he called me up and he didn't know about this change in routine for me. So he called me at 9:30 in the night, and then I was like, hello, I'm like all sleepy. I got to call later, I'll hang up, I'm sleeping. He was like, what, you sleeping? I said, yeah. So he didn't know I slept at 7. He was surprised that I'm sleeping at 9:30, but I already slept at 7. So my sleeping timings have now matched with Akshay Kumar's timing. So I hope that my fitness level can also match Akshay Kumar's fitness. So that would be amazing. Anyway, so now the next question, again you have to rate it from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. How lucky do you feel you are once you realize that you married DJ Karwa? And you have to be honest.
Why do you have to ask that question?
Yeah, I mean, I need to know. The Janta needs to know.
The Janta does not need to know.
So how lucky do you feel you are when you got married to DJ Karwa? 1 to 10.
You tell me, how lucky do you feel getting married to me?
I believe that's 20. Matlab the scale 1 to 10 and it's up there for me, 20.
I'm the luckiest because you are like exactly the kind of person that anybody would want. Anybody.
Judge साहब, note किया जाए, मुजिम ने आंसर नहीं दिया. She didn't mention any number. She just said, "I'm the luckiest. You're the best." But she didn't say if it's a 10, if it's a 1, or it's a 3, 2, whatever.
See, if I say you're the best, or I am the luckiest, or anybody who would have you is the luckiest, there's no numbering to it.
Okay.
That's like infinity.
Oh, infinity. Okay. So I mean, it's the level of you being lucky after you got married to me. So you getting to know how lucky you are cannot be measured. It can only be treasured.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So it's a very
that was such a tricky question that I started crying.
Okay, so yeah, this is going to be the last question. Okay, and so it's a rare combination that is like seriously rare, because I know that. Okay, because that a couple who have their professions into two different things.
Like
Okay?
no match at all.
No match at all. So like you are an IT professional who is more like a geek. I know you're not a geek,
Yeah.
but then I know that you guys have to study so much. You've already studied so much in the past, which enables you to do this job, and you have to study so much again, and always behind the computer and doing all of that. And versus someone who is just like in a party like that, and so how does this idea fit? Like, I know that you've already married now, nothing can be done,
Yeah.
but then how, like, is it difficult for you to or was it difficult for you to explain this to your friends, or for anyone else to understand who does not understand our chemistry? And because
No, with-
just because of the profession, I'm not talking about person,
uh-huh.
obviously because as we clicked as people,
As a
as
person, yeah.
person, so that's the reason why we are together.
Mhm.
But then professionally, does that affect in any way,
So
like for good or bad?
For friends, it was very easy because they felt it was really cool.
Okay.
Because all my friends are into IT, and we all feel that we all are boring except for the weekends. So weekends is the only time when we used to have fun, or maybe once in a month is what we used to meet, because
Mhm.
after doing shifts for the entire week, you don't really feel like going anywhere.
Okay.
So they were really happy. They were like, "Yay, we can party every weekend. Just
So-
call up and go wherever you
So
want to."
I remember that Moshmi and I, we met 2.5 years ago,
Roughly,
and so on our second meeting was my birthday. So I was doing a show, and I had invited her, and she came along with a school friend,
Yeah.
and he's also into IT, and both of them came, and so on midnight I was supposed to hit my birthday, and so Moshmi's friend got so happy, like it was the best thing, like because I was trying to impress Moshmi, and eventually I also accidentally impressed her friend as well. So he's a guy, he's a super nice guy, and so he loved every moment being in the club and listening to music. So I
Yeah,
think
we have
it-
been friends for 22-25 years or
Mhm.
something, like from this time we have
Okay.
been starting going to school. So the moment I told him, he was like, "Oh, that's so cool, you're dating a DJ and a music producer, that's so nice." So I told him there was a show and all of that. So the set that Abhishek was playing that night was pure EDM night. So
and I believe that was the best set that Moshmi has ever heard.
Yes.
Ever heard.
Yes, that was the best set ever. So the moment you played for 15 minutes and you
Mhm.
had to come down to cut the cake, he was like, "Oh, yeah, oh my god, oh, kitna अच्छा बजा रहा है, oh, ये वो," and I was like, "What is going on with you?"
It was really nice of him. So cool. So you have been like really hustling and doing a lot of things. So like on a lighter note, so I mean, we are at this point of our life, a lot of us, a lot of our viewers, a lot of my friends, that we are in between, somewhere in between, that we don't consider ourselves old.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and one fun thing is that we don't even look the
Old.
age that we are.
Yeah.
And
Stop guessing our ages.
stop guessing our ages, and plus like my style of work and her association with my work enables us to go to all these cool places, like we get to travel, we go to the best clubs, and be amongst a lot of young people who have a lot of acceptance towards us,
Yeah.
because we are into that job. So and we know that the things that they do, we won't be able to do those things, we won't be able to do the old people things.
Yeah.
So we're somewhere in between. So what do you have to say about the young generation, and so like how are they coming up as a new generation, and how did we come up? Comparison, I want to know from you.
So I feel that when we were kids,
Mm-hmm.
we were dumb.
Okay.
That is what I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
We were dumb.
I was dumb as well. So
So kids nowadays, I mean, if you look at most of the people on YouTube
or in real life.
or in real life,
Mhm.
or the day-to-day people that we meet, they're so smart. They know what they want from life. Like
Yeah.
most of them.
Most of them, yeah.
Most of them. There are many who are still, finding or
Dumb.
they're still thinking what to do or act dumb.
Mhm.
But I know a lot of people, and I see that they are so talented. We have couple of friends from the Northeast.
Mhm.
They have so many talents. I can't even explain. They can sing, they can do makeup, they play guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, they're amazing.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of young generation nowadays who have so many talents in them. I mean, we as kids, we had nothing. We had no scope of learning. I mean, I wouldn't say no scope, but it was very restricted.
Correct.
People nowadays have a lot of things that have come up. So, it's readily available to them. So, they are, I would say, 2-3 steps ahead of us. So, probably what they
Definitely.
are doing in that age, we weren't doing that. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's a different thing. I mean, for example, when I was in school, there was so less that we all knew. Like,
Yeah.
not just me, I mean, all my friends, we
Yeah.
knew so less, and now the kids, they know so much. So, I want to ask you a few things that these kids, when I have a lot of students from my academy who still, who like, not still, I mean, who go to college and who go to school. So, when they text me and they use some internet slangs, jargons,
Yeah.
okay? So it's really, it's, trust me, I mean, for me, it's really difficult to decode. So I want to ask Moshmi that if she would know this. So what do you think is a full form of IKR?
I know, right?
Oh, she knows it.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a new one that I just got
Discovered.
to know, discovered today.
Okay.
Today, okay?
Okay.
Like few hours before the interview, I saw it on someone's story that I know,
Uh-huh.
and I like worked my brain like towards it for maybe good 1-2 minutes, and I wasn't able to crack it.
Uh-huh.
So
Fed up again.
no, I had to Google it, and so it's called NGL. What is NGL? If you answer this, you get 2,000 rupees from me.
Okay.
NGL.
NGL.
So for example, NGL, I love Dalgona coffee.
Okay. What does L stand for?
Huh?
NGL.
L
L for lion.
L for lion, L for love. What is NGL? No?
No.
So people, I mean, you guys please start guessing as well.
NGL.
NGL. Not gonna lie.
Oh God.
So not gonna lie, I love Dalgona coffee.
Kill me.
Okay,
Why would you want to say that?
the last one. What is the full form of S? So I had seen this in like a lot of places, a lot of people mentioning this SMH, and I used to always feel that it's small, and it's because it's SMH. So I was like small. Small.
I
क्या
thought
होता
you were
है?
going to say smooch.
No. Small. What is small? SMH. It's not small. I mean, I call it small, but then
SMH.
okay. And I'll also give you an example sentence for you to.
I feel old right now.
Like SMH. I hate this quarantine.
Swear. You can swear on my hood.
Okay, I'll also give a hint.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's not a happy thing. It's that you're upset about something.
Is it like swearing on something?
No, it's not swearing. I have kids watching my show, so I have no swearing.
SMH.
SMH.
I really feel old now.
See, that's the thing. I made answer these questions because I wanted her to realize that we are all turning old now. SMH. So it stands for shaking my head. So if you're just upset about something, that like Modi would come and say, lockdown abhi 31 May tak बढ़ा दिया जाएगा. So you're like SMH.
That's dumb.
But that's a very popular slang or jargon. Like
You know, I want to change the thing that I said about the youngsters nowadays. It's so dumb. Why would you want to say, shake my head?
so, yeah. So thank you so much
Yes.
for coming to our show, and we hope to see you again together. And all the best with your YouTube career.
Thank you
And
so
for everything
much.
else that you're doing. IT will go on forever, and may you manage DJ Karwa in a way better way.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Yeah, so that he gets to play in the best stages.
Yes.
And yeah, that's about it. All the best.
Thank you so much, and I'm sure you'll grow large.
Like
Not size
fatter.
wise. Not size wise. I mean size wise, but on YouTube.
Yeah, size wise on YouTube. Yeah, not
Not physically.
physically. Yeah, yeah. Because I wanted to get a lean summer body, beach body, and be ready for the summers.
Yeah,
but then,
Can't be.
unfortunately, I have to just stay at home and flaunt my beach body without going to the beach.
You mean beach belly?
No beach belly. So yes, guys, please, I mean, stay home, eat healthy, work out a little bit, maybe. Okay, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And please subscribe to his channel if you haven't done it yet. And we
Very
hope to-
important.
Yes, we hope to see you guys again.
Yes.
And you could also follow him on his Instagram.
which is DJ Karwa. Follow her on Instagram, which is Innocently Shot.
Shot, yes.
And she's also on YouTube. Show some love.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Peace
Peace
out.
out.